Okay, so get this.
Mm-hmm.
We're going deep on a fictional story.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
It's called Testo Incolado.
Okay.
And picture this.
Yeah.
We got George Carlin,
Okay.
God, just chilling in a flannel shirt.
Wow.
And Charles Foster Kane
Okay.
from Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
All hanging out
Okay.
in a snowy cabin in Colorado.
Sounds cozy.
Right.
Yeah.
So this story throws them all together to talk about some pretty heavy stuff.
Like what?
Media manipulation, Elon Musk,
Okay.
empires, and,
Yeah.
free speech online.
That's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This deep dive is going to be a wild ride.
I'm ready.
So right off the bat,
Yeah.
Kane, the media mogul himself,
Yeah.
he starts comparing Elon Musk to himself.
Oh, really?
Saying they both built their empires on
Wait, on manipulation.
manipulation. So Kane's calling out manipulation. Kind of ironic.
Well, yeah. I mean, given his history with all that yellow journalism.
Oh, right. Yeah. All that sensationalism.
Exactly.
Sometimes even making stuff up.
To sell papers.
Just to sell papers.
Kane was the king of that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
This story, it connects all that to what's happening today.
How so?
It's saying that people still crave those dramatic stories.
Oh, I see.
Whether they're true or not.
Yeah.
And that's especially true online.
Makes sense.
And then Carlin jumps in,
Yes.
with his signature cynical humor.
Yeah.
He's like buying the whole internet.
Okay.
Just to control what people think.
Mm-hmm.
That's the modern American dream.
Wow. Classic Carlin.
Right.
Always hitting the nail on the head.
But it makes you think,
Yeah.
are these tech giants
Like who?
the ones who control platforms like Twitter?
Which is X now.
Yeah, X now.
Right.
Are they really any different from those old media giants?
It's a good question.
Are they all just shaping the narrative,
To their advantage.
to fit their own agenda?
Yeah.
And then God chimes in,
Okay.
and he says that humans just can't resist a good story,
Yeah.
even if it's a lie,
A lie.
a total fabrication.
Interesting.
So how does that tie into all this misinformation?
It's at the heart of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think about how these conspiracy theories spread online.
Mm-hmm.
People want simple explanations,
Right.
captivating stories. And sometimes those stories, even if they're completely made up,
Yeah.
they just tap into our deepest fears and desires.
It's like that vulnerability we talked about with yellow journalism.
Exactly.
The same thing that made it so effective back in Kane's day.
It's still happening today.
Totally. And then Carlin brings up X,
Okay.
how it amplifies everything,
Never.
even the,
Yeah.
bullshit.
For the bad stuff.
Right.
So he's worried about free speech on these platforms.
Yeah. He's concerned about the lack of accountability when anyone can say anything.
And there are no consequences.
Exactly.
I think a lot of us share that concern.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a real dilemma, isn't it?
Totally.
Does a platform have a responsibility to step in?
Even if it means limiting free speech.
Exactly. It's a tough question.
Really tough.
This story doesn't offer any easy answers.
No, it doesn't.
It just presents the problem.
And then things get really wild.
Okay.
God goes up to the roof,
Wow.
comes back with a Starlink dish,
A Starlink dish.
and tosses it right into the fireplace.
Whoa. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's a powerful image.
Talk about a visual metaphor.
What do you think it means?
I think it speaks to our anxiety about technology.
Okay.
It's got this incredible potential
Yeah.
to connect us and spread information,
Right.
but it can also be used to manipulate, surveil, and control us.
So burning the dish.
Yeah.
It's like an act of rebellion.
Against all that.
Like a desperate attempt to disconnect.
From that overwhelming flow of information.
Makes you think.
It really does.
So how does the story end?
Well, it ends with them all chanting, Rosebud.
Rosebud.
That iconic word from Citizen Kane.
What's the connection?
I think it represents a similar longing to what Rosebud meant for Kane.
Okay.
Like a yearning for a simpler time.
Before the internet.
Yeah.
Before all the manipulation.
And the constant flood of information.
They've true and false.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's a lot to unpack.
It really is.
So much to think about.
Absolutely.
What would you ask Carlin, Kane, and God
Yeah.
if you were in that cabin with them? What about the legacy we're building?
With today's technology.
Exactly.
It's a big question.
Let us know your thoughts.
Keep diving deep, everyone.
Keep diving deep.